Hello everybody, this is Tina Stitches. Welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, September 15th, and it is 6:30 in the evening. I have had this stuff piled up and ready to get doing this since this morning, but just had errands to do and everything, so it didn't happen until now. So we're losing the light. So I figured I got this stuff here, I might as well do video because it's been a little while since we did an update. I've done lots of stitching, I got lots of progress to show on my whips, and I keep looking over there because Gonzo's in here and he has actually agreed to just settle down. So he's just laying there until he hears a noise, then he will freak out. But we'll see how this goes. Welcome if you're new, and thank you for coming back if you're a returning subscriber. I hope everybody is doing well. I know there is very severe storms going on in the southern states, and I hope everybody's doing good, keeping safe. The weather here has been very mild, relatively warm today for the time of year. It's fall. It's come upon us. Not everybody's happy. But we don't have a severe fire hazard anymore, so that's a good thing. So in a couple hours we will be lighting up the fire pit and heading out there for a little while. So as far as life updates, not much has happened. Pretty much same old. Stitching, work, house, stitching, work, house. Gonzo's health is doing good, Gidget's doing great. She's outside right now because Todd is doing work out there, and as long as he has the tennis ball, we know where Gidget is because she's crazy about that ball. She stands there and stares at it and bounces up and down until you kick the ball. So she's good. And it'll also, she'll also chase the bears away, so that actually makes me feel so much better when I'm outside with her, knowing that she's a bear chaser. So anyways, I have a whole pile of whips here to show you, and I think you would rather see those than hear about my puppies. I started a new project, and I worked on some old projects, and I don't have a finish, but I have a very, very close to, it's getting there. So I think I will start with Crystal Christmas. This is a Mirabilia chart that I started a few years ago. That's what it looks like. And I'll insert a picture of where I was. And this is where I am now. And if you'll remember, when I last showed it, I had to frog a bit of this metallic, which is not the easiest thing to do, but I did it, and I fixed it, and I continued down here with the white and the taupe, and I finished the face, backstitch and everything, and one of the things that is a little bit frustrating about the Mirabilia charts is that the symbols can be, you have to be careful, because if a dash goes this way, there might be another one with the dash going the other way, right? Or a dash with a dot. Well, that's what happened with me. So if you look a little closer, this little cherub is wearing a pantsuit, and you would think that it's a little boy. And when I was doing the back stitching, it talked about the girl and the boy. And I had to do a double take, because when I stitched it, one of the colors landed where it looks like that's an earring. And that is the Wispy Fringe by Rainbow Gallery. And I don't know what I was thinking. Turns out it's not supposed to be that color. It's supposed to be a blended thread of two different browns. So again, I have to frog. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I have to frog. Where is it now? That and the blue up here. Because it's not snowflakes or just halo or anything like that. It's supposed to be brown. It's supposed to be hair. So I screwed up. So I put it down. I worked on it for about 3 days, and I put it down, and I picked something else up. And I picked it up again last night, and I did do this here. But I am going to put it down now because it is a really big project, and I know I'm not going to get this one done for year whips, but I have other projects that I can get done for year whips. So Georgia, I am not going to get caught up to you yet. I am a little bit behind. So that's that. And after that, I worked on Alice by Ori TM. And this is what that will look like. I am doing my own conversion in overdyes and stitching it on a hand-dyed fabric that I dyed myself. The Crystal Christmas is being stitched on 32 count white, whatever the pattern called for, because that's what I did. 32 count white linen from Witchelt. It might be Belfast. I'm thinking it's Cashel. It's white. 32 count white linen. This is 32 count hand dyed opalescent, hand dyed by me with overdyed conversion. And I'll insert a picture of where I was. And as you can see, I didn't get a whole lot more done. I believe I did this, and maybe a little bit over here. But I'm waiting for those threads, and I really want to work on this some more. So I think I'm going to find something, some area that I can work on, that I don't need those greens and yellows for. I love the way this is looking. I really do like the way the colors are popping, and even the way the colors are blending into the fabric. Call me weird, but I think it's gorgeous. I'm saving the part that has Alice until the end, right? Because that's the best part. So I only worked on that for a couple of days because I was a little bit frustrated with the floss situation. The other two projects are the ones that I focused on the most. It's been 3 weeks since my last update. I did do a stitch with me 2 weeks ago. So that's why there's a lot of, to me it feels like there's a lot of progress to show. This one is one that I know a lot of people are, you know, really like seeing when it comes out. And I am going to, of course, say, Dad, stop watching. You can start watching at whatever timestamp I put over here. Over here, somewhere, I will put a timestamp. And you can fast forward to that. And so I think we all know now which project I am talking about. And that is Dimensions Gold Christmas Eve Fun Christmas Stocking that I'm stitching for my dad. This is all part of the kit. I haven't changed anything, and I've even, it's still on the scroll frame, but I unrolled it so you guys can see where it's at. So, as you can see, I am almost, it is so close to being done. All that's left is the toe. I have the heel done, and I've been working my way this way. I did not have most of the half stitches in here, and I did not have any of this grass done at all. There may have been a slight, you know, a couple of stitches up here, but I know I didn't have it there. And you're starting to see the head of the dog here. There's the mama dog, or the other dog, and that's the bottom underbelly of the dog, and some more background. And the details on this are amazing. I still have some back stitching to do, a little bit on the girl's arm, I believe, and then along the top of the snow fence, the snow on the fence, and that'll be all the back stitching for up there. I like to keep the back stitching current as to where I'm stitching. So there's that. And I worked on this for 2 weeks straight, and there was a couple of times where I sat down and I was like, oh, But I picked up the needle and, I mean, really filling in the ground, the half stitches, goes so fast. So this is going to be done in the next, I'm not going to make any promises. It's not going to be right away because I'm going to be putting this aside for other things. Now that I've made a good bit of progress on it, I feel okay about putting it aside for 2 or 3 weeks. Because I also want to work on other things, but I know you would also like to see the other big whip that I have. And that is Beloved by Adele Sessler, charted by Heaven and Earth. And I will put where it was here. And this is a big one. Here's where it is now. Now this side here, see if I can manhandle this properly. This is where I was the last time. And I was kind of tired of all the dark colors. So I decided to go over to this side, which is where I was stitching on my Stitch With Me. And I did it the one color at a time. And I remembered I don't really like that. I'm not a big fan of the color completion. And I don't know why I did it again. It's fine for the first color when it's a main color and it says main color where it's prominent in the whole design. But then when you go to fill in those confetti stitches, it's hell to find. Which is why I prefer filling it in as I go. So I've gone back and I did 2 colors as far as I could, the 2 main colors, and I'm going back and I'm picking up I went and picked up the parked threads and filled in where I could. And I think I'm gonna be parking, my version of parking anyways, which, like you can see over here, not there, but over here, as I stitch it as far as I can, and then I park it. I use a yellow highlighter for parked threads. I always mark my charts. I have a working copy for everything now. I didn't before, and I find it really helps. So there's that. That was Beloved. You saw Christmas Eve, Crystal Christmas, and now for the new start. And what was that? Well, many of you are aware that the Australian stitchers are doing a seasonal sale for the queens of Mirabilia, the seasonal queens. And I'm not gonna be starting a queen. I've done 2 of the Lavender and Lace Angels, Angel of Winter and Angel of Summer. And in my last video, I believe it was, I explained that it took me almost 20 years to, pick up and finish Angel Summer. I'm sure I would be able to, work at a better pace on the Mirabilia Queens, but I have so many things that I want to stitch, and this particular pattern has been one that I really wanted to stitch for pretty much since it came out. And so I kitted it up and I started it on September 1st, which is Australia's first day of spring, and I am stitching Mirabilia's Dressmaker's Daughter, and I am starting on spring. I'm stitching this on, pretty sure it's 32 count. Let me get my, yep, 32 count Belfast Sweet Lavender by Extrude Designs. And here is where I am now. It's not a huge start. I only worked on it for 4 days because I really wanted to focus on the stocking. But this is almost all the way across the that part of the pattern along the center, because I am a center starter. Let's see if I can get this to, so yeah, it's up to the purple ruffle on this side. And I really, really like this. I'm enjoying it. I love the colors. I think that the blue fabric that I picked makes it a little more purpley instead of pink. The background is 819. Yeah, 819. And so it's not as pink as it would normally be on that brown fabric that they have. But I'm loving this, and it's going to be huge. And I was hoping that I would have my order from 123 in, but apparently it should be here Monday or Tuesday, because it has all the other colors that I need, and the Karen water lilies, and the beads, just for the spring part. I think I ordered water lily, the whole water lily set. But anyways, that is my new start. So I plan to work on that every first of the month. As I'm going to set this date in stone for Dressmaker's Daughter, because it's the Australian Girls Stitch Along seasonal day. That's not what they have set it up as. That's my personal rule. It's the same with Alice. I need to set some dates down so that I have certain dates for certain projects, and I've decided the first is going to be Dressmaker's Daughter, and the 15th is going to be Alice, because my birthday was July 15th, so it's easy to remember. August 15th, September 15th, so on and so on. Today is September 15th, so I'm switching over to the Alice project. And I also need to get my Christmas Eve couriers done. I haven't worked on those for, well, quite a while, and I know I got one done. I got one to the point where I'm happy with it, but I need to get more done, and they are part of my Euro whips. So I have also set aside the 25th of every month, you know, if this works. 25th is going to be Christmas courier, one of them, something. You know, that way it makes me take it out, put some stitches in it. Maybe I will keep it out and do it for longer. Who knows? So those are the 3 dates that I've set down in stone, so to say. My plans, aside from those, are I need to get some Euro whips done, out of the way. And one of those is one that I really want to get done because I really would like to use those colors in another project. And that project is Mirabilia's Wherefore Art Thou mystery project. Mystery, Wherefore Art Thou? I can't remember what it was, but anyways, maybe it says it on the chart. It just says Wherefore Art Thou. Came out in 3 parts. It's about 2 years old now. I started it when it came out. I am doing it in the overdyed version, and I am stitching along with Diane, and I put mine aside because she picked hers up. She's getting caught up. I decided I better pick mine up now. I'm not going to let this defeat me. And I'll put a picture where it was here. And this is where, well, you know what, I don't need to put a picture of where it was. I didn't work on it. So this is Wherefore Art Thou. Pretty sure you've seen all this progress, and I'm going to work on this some more. Because like I said, I stole some overdyes from this to use on Alice. Well, now I want to get this done so that I can just not worry about having to buy more, not having to worry about it. So this is going to be brought back out and worked on some more. And this and Alice and Beloved are this week's plans anyways. And this is a Euro whip, and it's so close to being finished. I just have her head and the bows really on the other side there to do. So we'll see how far I can get. I know I'm not going to get it finished this round. We'll see. Because if I'm working on this and Alice at the same time, and I'm frustrated with the no threads for Alice, so this is probably going to get picked up more than Alice will. Anyways, I do have stuff coming in from 123. My husband has also placed an order with traditional stitches because he is doing his model stitching for his designs. I don't have permission to show you the one that he's done. He has finished the one, so he wants to get that framed. We'll get that framed before we show you. And if you want to check out his shop, it is Flingy Ink over on Etsy. He has converted all his files to PDF now, so they'll be much more easier to purchase and get started as soon as you want. They're not for everybody, but there are some that are, there's some really good ones in there. They're all great. They are. What else? Well, I did start another project, and this is something that I am working on. I'm actually doing this at work on my lunch hour. I didn't take any, I just took my lunch, and I'd sit down and I'd eat my lunch, and then I'd go back to work. I tried taking a book and reading, but just couldn't get into the book enough. So then I thought, well, I could take my stitching, but I'm not really, it's a really small kitchen and they don't keep it the cleanest. So I thought, I don't really want to take my stitching. I don't want to have my stuff laid, all spread out. So I kitted up a English paper piecing project, and I started it on the weekend, last weekend, and this is what I started, and these are the pieces that I got ready on my lunch hour. So I did all of the pieces that I had. I had cut up, I don't know how many squares of the red and the black, and they're all pieced, ready to attach to this. And I was just going to make a table runner, and the more I worked on it, the more I'm thinking, I think this would make a really nice quilt to go on my couch, because I have a oxblood red sofa, look-see. So I went and cut more pieces. So I will be taking this to work and getting more and more hexies ready. And I have no idea what kind of layout I'm going to do. This was just like I've never done it before, so I'm going to try it piece. And if I add on to this, maybe. Yeah, I will try to keep you updated on how this goes. So far, I'm enjoying it. I put my headphones on and tune everybody out. And get out my needle and stab stuff. And that's all that I've been up to. It's all that I have planned. There are no trips or anything at all like that planned. I have a couple days off in the middle of the week here, so maybe I will be working, I think I will be working on that quilt a little bit more. Aside from that, that's all. That's all. We're all caught up. That's been my stitching in a nutshell. I hope everybody is doing fine. I hope you're all keeping safe. We're all doing good here. And my dog's starting to whine now. He's hearing noises outside. So I guess this is where I say goodbye and happy stitching. Follow me on Instagram at TinaStitches74. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.